Hi readers, it's almost Valentine's Day, so I put on my love shirt and I came to a spot where I love the idea of reading books. This is a very special couch. People in my family will recognize this couch. This was my grandmother's couch, not her everyday couch where she watched TV, but it's her fancy Victorian couch, or maybe like a chaise. And as kids, we all loved it. We called it the pink couch, and we would all want to sit on it. And it was a super special space to sit with Meme and read books or just be together. So it has a lot of special memories, and I'm laughing a little bit because I haven't actually sat on it in a long time. And when I came to sit on it, it's kind of creaky, and I'm afraid I'm gonna fall through. Hopefully I don't while I'm reading this story to you. And I'm kind of like sunk down in a little hole, so this must have been somebody's special spot for a long time. So anyways, that's a little note about this spot. And now a note about the book. If I say the names Clayton and Desmond, do those ring a bell to you? Think pumpkins and snowmen. That's right. Clayton and Desmond are back. And this time they're making the biggest Valentine ever by Stephen Kroll. I think we'll like it. I don't even know if I've read this before. And I'm trying to remember where I found this book. I think it was in just a box of books. Anyway, here we go, finally. Once there were two mice who fell in love with the same Valentine, but it didn't start out that way. Do you know when Valentine's Day is? February 14th. The day before Valentine's Day, Mrs. Mousley asked all the students in her class at Mouseville School to make Valentine cards. The two friends, Clayton and Desmond, decided to make a card together to give it to Miss Mousley as a surprise. Well, that's very kind. I wonder what grade they're in. There's no signs to say what grade they're in. Clayton cut a big heart out of cardboard. Desmond made a heart-shaped hole in the middle. Desmond cut out some small pink hearts and pasted them around the hole. Then he added a few more. Clayton glued glitter on the hearts. Then he glued on more glitter. He stepped back. "You put too many hearts on," Clayton said. Desmond was upset. "You put too much glitter on the hearts." It sounds like they had a different idea for how this was going to go. "Well, why'd you make that hole in the middle?" asked Clayton. "I thought it looked nice," said Desmond. "It doesn't look nice. It looks awful," yelled Clayton. "I think it looks very nice," said Desmond, frowning. They glared at each other. I'm already starting to think of possible solutions. "I don't want to make a Valentine with you," yelled Clayton. "I don't want to make a Valentine with you," said Desmond. They tore their Valentine in half. "I'm going to make my own Valentine," said Clayton. "I'm going to make my own Valentine," said Desmond. That's one solution. That night at dinner, Clayton's dad said, "Son, you look sad. Can I help?" Clayton hung his head and told his dad about the Valentine. Do you think something similar is happening at Desmond's house? It usually does. Clayton's dad thought for a moment. "You guys may make nice Valentines on your own, but I think you would make a nicer Valentine together." At that same time, over at Desmond's house, Uncle Vernon said the exact same thing. Uncle Vernon's back. But Clayton didn't listen to his dad. He marched into his room and began to make his own Valentine. He cut a big heart out of cardboard, but he didn't put a hole in the middle. He put pink hearts around the edge, but not enough pink hearts. Get up close look at his Valentine. I wonder if you've been making any Valentines. Then Clayton put glitter on the hearts, but it was too much glitter. He stepped back and looked at his Valentine. It just wasn't right. At the same time, Desmond was making his own Valentine. He cut a big heart out of cardboard, but he wasn't good at cutting large things, and the heart was lopsided. That would be okay with me. He made a neat heart-shaped hole in the middle, but then he put on too many hearts around the hole. He sprinkled on some glitter, but not enough glitter. Desmond stepped back and looked at his Valentine. It just wasn't right. next morning, Clayton and Desmond took the school bus. They sat far away from each other. But as they were getting off, Desmond tripped on the stairs. He bumped into Clayton, and they fell down. "I think we should try making our Valentine again," said Clayton. "No one said we couldn't," said Desmond. Another solution. Try again. Whoa. In art class, Clayton and Desmond put their heads together and came up with a plan. Then Clayton cut out the biggest, most perfect heart anyone had ever seen. He added a pink heart to fit right in the middle. It's bigger than they are. Then Desmond, who was good at cutting small things, cut out some tiny pink hearts and pasted them together on the big red heart. Clayton added some glitter and cut out a bunch of other hearts. Desmond made a nose on one and a mischievous eye. Then they glued all the hearts together. Oh, this is really great. You might want to make a Valentine like this. They stepped back to look at their card. It was a giant Valentine mouse. "Wow," said Clayton. "We did it." "Wow," said Desmond. "We did it together." They gave each other a high five. That's so cool. I used to love to make heart-shaped animals with my kids. There's so many different ones you could make. They cut a lace doily and glued it around the edge. They wrote on their card in big letters, "Happy Valentine's Day to Mrs. Mousley. We love you, Clayton and Desmond." Did you make your teacher a card yet? Teachers, we love cards. They carried their Valentine to the classroom and gave it to Mrs. Mousley. She clapped with delight. The whole class cheered. It was the biggest Valentine ever, and it was also the best. That's so fun. We're all dancing around it. Wonder if it stands up on its own. And at the back of the book, there's the biggest pumpkin ever and the biggest snowman ever. And we've read 3 books about these same characters. I hope you enjoyed the story and getting a view of my famous pink couch that maybe I'll come up here more often and read and make my own little spot to sink into. Anyways, readers, have a happy Valentine's Day. I hope it's filled with love and special things for you and for those that you love. I love reading to you. See you soon.